YouTube, how are you all? Today is January the 14th. It's Tuesday, January the 14th. 1 year and 10 days since my lovely husband died. As you all well know, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll kind of know all that shit about me. I feel alright today. I think having been through all of those anniversaries, the Christmas, the death day, and blah, 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 blah. I know his funeral day is coming up on the 21st, but I'm not as worried about that as I was with the whole culmination of Christmas, New Year, you know, and I had such a roller coaster of a ride. I took myself away. I'm not sure if I posted before I went away. On the 2nd of January, I had the widows here, my friends, come for New Year's Eve, which was really lovely. Just what we all needed. We didn't want to be in a pub looking at happy people kissing and, you know. So they all came here. We had 4 dogs in the house. It was really good fun. We managed to stay up till midnight and get drunk, and then we all kind of headed to bed. So I went for a lovely walk the next day. So that was really good. And then on the 2nd, I allowed my hangover on the 1st of January, and on the 2nd, me and Piju packed up Aggie and I went off to Suffolk, so that I was actually away for the 4th of January. And that hit hard, but it hit suddenly and hard. I thought I was doing okay. I was on the beach. I was, beach combing. I've been collecting crap for ages now. I mean, Howie used to laugh at me anyway, but I'm literally coming home from the beach with bits of wood like this. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but it's driftwood and I really like it. So I've been making all sorts of things though with the stuff that I find, just little hangings like this. And this is what I'm doing to keep busy at the moment. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying sort of a little bit of wood. I find some heart-shaped stones and so I'm just kind of doing this. No, I'm not selling it. I'm just going to fill my house with crap that I've made and people will get presents. There you go. So on the 4th, that came around kind of weird. It hit me all of a sudden in the evening. I went into a very dark place, but not for very long. I did it. I allowed it to envelope me. I reached out to people so I didn't do anything stupid, and I found myself the next day going, that was okay, so I'm riding the waves, I'm doing what I need to do, and I have to be honest, since then I feel okay. I as okay as I'm ever going to be, but I feel like there's a little bit of jam coming back. I feel like there's a little bit, I'd kill my kids for speaking like that, a little bit of motivation in me, not even for exercise, but for wanting to do stuff to keep in my mind and my hands busy. I did start smoking, I told you guys that, and luckily the day I got back from Suffolk I said I'm going to smoke my last cigarette, and then I bought a vape, and then me being me, went in the bath, dropped the vape in the bath, and I've never had it since, and that was a week ago. So I've done all right, thank goodness, in that area, because smoking wasn't something I wanted to keep on in my life. So I'm doing okay, and in fact I think what's really buzzing me at the moment, I don't know if do any of you guys listen to podcasts? So I've been listening to a few, obviously, because my sleep pattern is absolutely all over the place. I'm normally awake about 3, 4, get back to sleep around 5ish. Doesn't matter what time I go to bed or how much I drink, it's the same every single night. Well, it's not the same, it differs, but so anyway, podcasts have been introduced to me, and I have been really enjoying. There's one called Griefcast by a girl called Carrie-Ad Lloyd, who talks about grief, but in a funny way, as in she talks to people about their grief or how they've been bereaved. So it could be losing a parent, a child, a husband, a wife, and she kind of spends about an hour chatting to them around what grief means, and I found that really quite enlightening, and it's made me ponder maybe doing my own podcast. So I'm speaking to speaking to Mark about it, and said, if I did do a podcast, would you come and have a chat with me? And then maybe, you guys tell me what you think. What do you think? I've ordered myself a microphone, so where I do my YouTube videos like this, me, sit down, 14 minutes. If something happens in the background, I don't edit it. I can't be bothered with all that, but I'm actually going to do the podcast properly and learn how to edit it. I think it would be a really good focus for me to put my mind into something like that, where I've enjoyed these YouTubes, and I think I'd enjoy the podcast too. So let me know what you think about that. Let me know if you guys do listen to podcasts, and what kind of podcasts. Obviously I know for me, because of Howard dying, everything I've done has revolved around grief. I read books about other people's grief. I listen to podcasts about grief because and I know my counsellor said at some point, you know, you should be finding an escape from your grief, Jan, rather than kind of drowning in it with other people's grief. And she is right to a certain extent, but it also makes me feel really normal when I read other people's when I read other people's grief and how they deal with things, it makes me feel like I'm not alone and that this is totally normal what I'm going through. Yes, everybody's unique and different, but there's certain things that we'll do or somebody will do or say, and yeah, it just makes me feel normal. So I think that a podcast could be a good way to go. So that's basically what I'm planning on doing. I've just ordered a microphone. I'm going to learn a little bit about the software. Hopefully my son will help me get set up, and then I shall let you all know. I'm thinking of a name at the moment, so come on guys, think of I can't do Griefcast because that's the other one that I listen to. Yeah, I'll play around with some names because I don't even want to call it about widows, because I like Griefcast, I don't want it to just be about widows. I think if I talk to people, it has to be on their grief, whichever way or form that comes in. And I know there's a few of you I'd like to talk about grief with. So yeah, let me know what you think. This is my plan for 2020. I have loads of things I'm going to do. I think I've told you, haven't I? I'm jumping out of an aeroplane with Laurent, another widow, to raise money for WAY, our charity, Widowed and Young. I am going on a cruise this year. I've booked that with another widow, Bev, and hopefully Croatia with Louise. And yeah, I've got lots of things to look forward to, and I didn't think I'd be able to say that again in my life, and I have. I still miss him. I still miss him absolutely dreadfully, but I still get really angry he's not here too. You know, I haven't been up to his grave for a little while because I think part of me is like, meh. Yeah, I go through fits and starts with it all, but yeah, just trying to focus and make crap with wood and stones. Mark was laughing at me this morning. I think that's half the reason as well. If Mark phones me on his way to work, and you know, he lost Gail 4 months before Howie died, and so we chat at 6:30 most mornings, and if people heard our conversation, I just think we're scatty. We're an absolute scatty friendship. That he's really funny, and he just makes me absolutely hoot first thing in the morning. So yes, if I can get him to come on a podcast and try not to be too rude, although yeah, I've got a lot to dig into, to look into it all, but I'm right at the beginning stages of going, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to do my own podcast. So anyway, I hope you're all really well, healthy and happy. I've gained a few pounds. I'm not worried. I'm like, yeah, I'm still okay in my 14 clothes. I can just feel it in my tummy, and but then that's lack of exercise as well. I've got dentist today, so oh joy. Anyway, I hope you're all really well, healthy and happy, and I will hopefully get this uploaded and chat to you all again soon. But let me know your thoughts on podcasts, please. Much love to you all. Bye.